my...
Hello. Hello, hello. All right. Well, hopefully it'll look good now. There we go.
Oh,
okay,
wait.
we're slightly...
So kind of move to the right.
Caleb
side.
and
There
Ben
we
were
go.
insecure about their height. And they,
so we've given you the
you've
smallest
given me
chair.
the small chair.
It kind of
I'm
looks
sorry.
like you're
You
like,
can scoot
like
in.
you're sitting really far back, but you are because you are sitting really far back.
I guess.
I am?
It's a bit of a tight
Do you want
squeeze
to
here.
squish in more?
Yeah, I'll go a little bit there.
Yeah.
There we go. How's that? That works.
I'll try and lean back. So we all look
Oh,
at
I can't read, even with my glasses, I can't read the chat.
Even with this one, oh man.
Is there like an increased font size for
There might be. Hold on.
elder millennials?
We're actually live.
We are actually live. We're getting a couple
Hello,
comments coming in here. Hello everyone.
So slight technical difficulties.
Yeah, let's see if I can actually make that bigger. I will give a proper introduction once we've done this.
No worries, I'll just lean in with my mic.
Apologies,
Magnifying
Maria.
glass.
I wish there was a way we could at least get it up on the laptop or something. But yes, all right. We'll have to go with what we have.
It's fine, yeah.
All right. You can.
I can read it
up
if I
here.
lean in like
Okay.
this.
All right. Well, anyway, minor technical difficulties aside. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Top Drives Q&A stream. I'm Caleb. I'm the community coordinator here on Top Drives, and I'm joined by. Who wants to go first, Maria?
Where are you?
Ben!
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
Ben, and I am. What do I do again?
You're
I
car
am
manager.
car manager
Car
on
manager.
Top Drives. That's
Mhm.
it.
We
And
spoke about you many times without saying your name. This wonderful person.
was my name a secret?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair
It's
enough.
a secret.
I was just nameless car manager. Cool.
Cool.
And over to Maria.
Maria, yes.
Mhm.
Hello, I am Maria. I'm a senior product manager on Top Drives.
All right. Cool. So yes, it's been a while since there's been three of us. I don't think I've had this specific panel
No.
lined
No,
up actually
we haven't
on.
done live streams together.
No.
No.
Your name was still a mystery until now.
Mhm. But yeah, so yeah, you never met each other ever until now. But yeah, so we're all here. We're going to answer a couple of questions as we always do on a Q&A live stream. We've picked a couple from the thread on Discord. If you're not part of our Discord server, please do join that. Just look down here somewhere. It's going to pop up throughout the stream, so you'll be able to see. But I'm pretty sure it's Top Drives, discord.gg/Top Drives. But yeah, there we asked you to ask us some questions that you have about Top Drives, and we're going to answer them now. We picked 5 of our favourite ones, and those 5 favourites, each person who asked them will win a CF pack in game, which is
Oh,
very
wow.
exciting.
Very cool.
And also, we've also asked you guys a question, which is a new little thing we're doing on these
Oh.
Q&A streams, which I don't think Maria has been
I've
here for.
not been watching the stream.
You've been watching them. You've been watching them. But for the benefit of if anyone new who might not know exactly what we were doing with that, basically we've also asked you guys a question, and we've got a couple of responses there, and our 3 favourite responses from there, which we have already picked, will also win a CF pack each.
Oh,
So there we go.
nice.
Yeah, and we've picked them already, but you know, maybe you guys can give us some answers as well on the way if you missed the thread or anything like that. But yeah, all right. Shall we?
There's a question about when is the Veteran Challenge. It
Oh,
starts
yes.
on the 1st of every month.
Yeah, first of every month, right?
It's not the 1st yet.
It's not. But to be fair, we haven't announced anything about it yet, so stay
Little
tuned.
silence. Little silence.
Awkward silence.
Stay tuned. But yeah, it's always on the first of every month. I don't think we've ever missed that, right? It's always been on the first. Yeah.
Everyone's crossing their fingers off camera.
Oh man. All right, let's jump into a couple of questions
What's the
then.
plan? What's the plan?
Oh yeah, hello. Can you tell us the next plan? Somebody asked. I don't know which plan you're referring to.
Like an evil plan.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Plans after work, maybe tonight.
I haven't got anything on.
Oh,
I'm tired.
I was just gonna go home.
You're going home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me too.
Go home.
What are you playing?
Destiny 2.
Oh,
I
nice.
I
Okay.
joined the clan again.
I've
Ah.
played a little bit of Destiny 2, but I couldn't get like super into
It's
it.
not been good for my sleeping pattern.
Oh,
But anyway,
dear.
this is not what this live stream is about.
Yes.
What is this live stream about?
It's about Top Drives
Ooh.
and the questions that you guys have asked us. So I've screenshot a few here, so we're going to go through and answer them. So this first one comes from Akari on Discord, and they ask, can we expect in the future more real tracks like Monaco, Silverstone, Spa, Le Mans, etc.?
Is that a me question?
Well, I think it's an all of us question.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give anything away.
Well, you just gave something away by saying you're not giving something away. So now you're giving something away.
Marie, you're meant to be on my side during
Well,
this.
I mean, all the great tracks.
Yes.
I'm going to look at Ben.
Exceptional tracks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Obviously, we would love to have the best tracks in the world
Yes.
in top drives.
Mhm.
I think we're agreed.
Yeah.
But obviously, all are probably quite owned when it comes to the rights.
Mhm,
That is a
mhm.
hurdle. But yes, obviously, we'd love to put them in. I'd love
Yes.
to personally see them in the game.
Is something coming to the game, Ben?
No comment.
No comment. No comment on.
No.
Yeah.
No comment's a comment. That's
But
all I'll say.
yeah, but we would definitely like to continue putting real tracks in the game. I
Yeah.
think is something fair that we
Yeah.
can say.
And I think if anyone's ever got any ideas for tracks, no matter how random they are from around the world,
Mhm.
always, put them on the forum,
Yes.
send them to us, put them on these questions in the live.
Put them on
We
the-
always like
yeah.
to look at them and go,
Mhm.
wow, that's really cool.
Well, someone's asking, how can you send questions?
You can send questions by joining our Discord server. We have a little section called Livestream Questions, and we put threads in there. Every time we do a Q&A live stream, you can go in there and ask any question you want, and if you're lucky, and if we like it, we'll pick it and we'll answer it on screen. On screen? On stream. There you go.
On stream, on a screen,
Wow.
Yes, well, I suppose so.
something like that.
Yeah. But yes, we would like to add more real tracks.
This is great. This is great. What's the next question, Caleb?
Okay, let's go. Are you going to announce the weird car winners today? We are, yes. So stay tuned for that. Next, we have, are the more detailed car models a passion project of the team, or are they something that manufacturers request? I think that's a Ben question.
Ben.
Mhm.
Wow, no pressure. So they are, I guess you call them a passion project.
Mhm.
We want to make the game as realistic as possible for players. So we try and pick the best and most iconic cars to get a 3D model. So
Yeah.
that they're accurately represented in game. The hope is that we'll pick more in the future, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's no particular manufacturer request
Mhm.
for them, but we try and pick the coolest
Yeah.
cars in the game.
Yeah, I think a big one to remember there is one of the sort of core pillars of top drives is authenticity, right?
Yep.
So we're always trying to be as authentic as possible, and having car models in game that best represent the car that you're racing, I think,
Yep.
is an important part of that. So we're always striving to do the best we can there, I think.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's a great question.
Mm. Thank you for asking that. That was from Longbow X, by the way, and congratulations, you won a CF pack.
Oh, we have a CF pack music now.
Well, but now we do. Now
Well,
that you've just done
yeah.
that.
Jingle. We need a button with a jingle we can press.
We actually should do
Wins.
that.
Yeah.
But we need to get someone to compose us a CF pack jingle. Maybe that's a good proof of concept, Maria.
We need
Thank
to
you.
play the Top Drives intro music.
What's the Top Drives intro music?
Whatever I can't.
Just the
I-
in-game
It's very
music.
hard to say. It's like.
Very ambient, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah. Should we have a look at the comments here?
I haven't seen anything.
Can you add the titanium pack in the shop forever? No.
No.
Sorry.
Don't think we can do that.
Are you planning on adding Skoda brand in the game, Ben?
Ben, it's your decision. It's not Ben's decision.
We always want the best brands in the game, so
Mhm.
who knows?
But licensing reasons make it hard. We can't just add any brand we ever want.
Yeah.
Uh,
We have to license them
Yes.
properly. So
Cool. All right. We got anything else here?
Next question.
All right. Next question. Man, we're rattling through these. What was this one? Cool. So this one's about car photos. I feel like these are very Ben-centric questions, which is
Yeah.
weird because I picked them. I didn't do this to you on purpose, I promise. Your source for car photos provides a fair amount of black and white photos. These arguably do not do the cars justice. Can these black and white photos be colorized? Can your talented art department, that's very kind of you, use CG tech to do this? Perhaps you need permission, or maybe add a clause to your agreement allowing top drives to enhance black and white photos with color. Thank you. That one is from Shark Ruser. I think I pronounced that right on Discord, so thank you for that one. What are your thoughts, Ben?
That's,
What are your thoughts, Ben?
that's another very good question. I know that obviously Maria, you've been on the game, working on the game quite well, a little bit longer than me,
Mm-hmm.
and because you play the game as well, and you play the game,
Mm.
and whenever you see a black and white car,
Mm.
and you see it sitting amongst a bunch of properly
Mm.
coloured up, coloured cars where the photos are much better,
Mm.
it kind of, I look at it and I think, oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Mm.
So there are a few hurdles, and I think it's a really good idea, and it's something we will look at if we can, update these photos to actually be full colour. Obviously, we need to check if we can do it for licensing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit of a hurdle. And then secondly, we need the software to do it, and then our art department obviously need to look at it and kind of go yes or no, whether it's high quality or not.
It'd be tough as well if it's some of the only photos are in black and white. You've got to get the colour
Yeah.
accuracy and everything.
Yeah, I think again it's with their photo pipeline where some cars are really old and all the photos. There are very few photos of some cars, or the only photo that we can get that's licensed is one from a brochure that was taken in 1987. Hence, it's in black and white.
Mm.
Because somebody decided in 1987 that the car would look better in black and white than it would in colour.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever made that decision,
Thank you.
I don't
thank
think.
you for
Thank
that.
you.
So yeah.
They weren't thinking ahead about
No.
mobile game usage of car photos.
I think probably a lot of these photos were taken on camera as well, in black and white,
Yeah.
Got it.
and actually not on a digital camera because they didn't exist at the time.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a really good idea, and obviously we're always looking for ways to improve the way the cars look in the game, and this could be a really good one, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, and if you look at the TV ad of Top Drives, I think that's available on YouTube, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it is on our
Yeah.
YouTube channel, and some of you
It's-
might have seen it on TV as
On
well,
TV,
depending on how many
yeah.
channels you've been watching.
Yeah.
That is some of the footage is CGI, and
Mm.
we have been discussing internally of this looked really cool, it had great feedback and engagement. So what else could we do with CGI?
Yeah.
Cards are always very difficult due to licensing and the number of cards that we release in an update.
Yeah.
But maybe we can see CGI used in other ways.
Mm.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see indeed. But yeah, good question from Shark Cruiser. Thank you for that. CF pack for you. You don't have to do the jingle every time, but you can if you want.
I don't remember the jingle. What was it?
Everyone gets a
forgot it.
bespoke jingle. There you go, bespoke jingle for everybody. Nice, yeah, thank you for that. We've got a couple.
Some talk about a Lotus being slower when it's maxed.
What are your comments on the RQ38 Lotus 7 being faster on wet slalom when not maxed?
Faster? That might be the physics. This is why we're doing
Is it
a
standard
physics
type,
revamp.
Is it?
Is it can't sit on standard tyres?
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
not
sure for
full
Lotus
size.
7. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it could be something to do with physics, and yeah.
Yeah, there are
Potentially.
some of those bugs, and that's why we're doing the physics revamp.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's a particular thing in this card. It's
Mhm.
not. It's not a first time I'm hearing about a car that is upgraded being slower than when it's not upgraded.
Mm.
Rolling the dice.
Where's that one?
Pyro
No, I
the
can't
Maniac
see.
says rolling the dice.
Rolling the dice.
I don't
Yeah.
know to what, but that sounds exciting.
Oh, that was also the same person who asked the Lotus 7 question.
Oh.
So yeah. Please add more cars to the as seen on YouTube collection, like Corvettes, Camaro. There's plenty of YouTubers who own a Z06 and an SS Camaro. I'm not sure if that is the basis of that tag. I don't think we've announced the basis of that tag yet.
No.
So stay tuned on that tag, and you will
Soon.
see. Yeah, soon. TM,
Oh, the sneaky tag.
the sneaky tag.
I see.
Mm.
Is there a prize for whoever figures it out?
Do you know what? I haven't seen anyone figure it out yet, and I would be interested to see if somebody could figure it out. This is where I find out like Robin's already revealed it on Discord
Oh,
or something.
no.
But I'm pretty sure that has not been revealed. So if somebody can work out what that tag pertains to before we announce it, I'll give you a CF pack. Why not?
Wow!
about that?
Announcement of a
Yeah.
competition
CF packs
right
are
here.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Apparently I
CF pack
am.
for you. One for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that might be tricky. We'll see. And you're not getting any
Okay.
hints, by the way, because if you get any hints, it'll make it too easy. Someone says they're pretty sure they can figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on to our next question in the meantime. So this one comes from Nortonata. And they ask, why is it taking so long to update, refresh the daily track sets? I assume something must be holding it up, as it seems like a simple but necessary change. Yeah, well...
Do you want me to answer this one?
Yeah, okay.
So refreshing and updating the daily track sets is not a very simple, quick decision that we can make, because even if we just look at the data from what players are saying, there's mixed feedback as to whether they should be changed or not. Some veteran players enjoy the daily track sets as they are, and then it does require a lot of thought because they are going to be daily and evergreen about making that decision. So we're really focused. You can see how much content the game has currently. London Games Festival that went live, and so we're focused on adding new content to the game, and we haven't prioritized thinking about, because it does require thought, thinking about changing the daily track sets. But if you do have that feedback and you think it's a good idea, then keep sharing it with us, because we read pretty much every message that's sent on the Discord. So yeah, keep showing your opinion.
Yeah, I think I have seen a fair few people request basically this. They want to see the daily track sets changed up a little bit. So at the very least, I can say we hear your feedback and we are considering. So yeah. Cool, thank you for that, Nortonata. That's a CF pack for you. Well done. Yeah. What have we got in the comments here?
There's one question about, will physics update reset all tunes? How are they going to work? Tokens like PL15. So the physics update will be released with a retuning feature where it's not token based. You can just change the tune that you currently have on the car. But there is a bit more detail to it. That's the gist of it, really. It won't be token based. The tokens are for when cars change rarity. That's why we have that system.
And I think with retuning, there's still some design stuff to be nailed down, if I'm correct, right?
Oh, I think we revisited, but I don't have off the top of my head. That's why I don't want to say every detail. But in general, you can retune the number of upgrades and fuses that you have, rather than getting tokens.
Yeah.
You
Specifics, TBD.
Yeah, we could release the physics update with car rarity changes. I have no idea. You only get tokens if that happens, if cars change rarity.
Cool. All right.
Oh, the YouTube conversation.
There's a couple people making some guesses here, and I don't think any of them are right.
Nope.
None of them are right.
Nope.
Someone's
but keep
mentioned
trying.
The Jag F-Type?
The tag. Oh, that's the person saying the tag is cars that featured on Top Gear. That's not right. That's not it. What else we got here? What about test tracks? Now I'm not sure there if you'd be referring to the new first-time user experience A/B test that we did, because there was something in there called test tracks.
Yeah, that's what we call it. But it could also be tracks to test your cars on.
Yes, and if you're talking about
request.
that, yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty definitively said we're not really gonna do test tracks in that way, right? Because the point of the game is to level up your car knowledge and apply it in real time, rather than just taking your entire garage to a test track and knowing that off by heart.
We don't want to be EVE Online. That's a spreadsheet only based game, so we don't want to take all of the mystery out of having to discover it to overcome the challenges.
Cool. All right.
Next question.
This is the last one that's going to win a CF pack, and then after that we'll move on to the weird cars that we asked you to submit. So this one comes from Gvareb1. I think I pronounced it.
Well pronounced.
I don't know. In an earlier live stream, you mentioned that some cars will soon be over 100 RQ. Why not just raise the overall top RQ? What are the pros and cons of scaling straight up to 100 to 1,000 RQ? I think 1,000 is a pretty massive jump.
That would be a very fast car.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think Robin has mentioned this on Discord a couple of times, that we are considering raising RQ for some cars above 100.
A strong possibility.
Strong possibility.
But not to 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 would be insane. We'd have to raise the max RQ then. No one could use a 1,000 RQ.
Yeah.
We are not going to raise, if we do it, There's an if here. If we do it, we're not raising max RQ above 500. And so, as you can imagine, if we do it, it will still be within the realms that you can use it within that max with a full hand. And yeah, we'll start small, take it from there, see if it brings the benefits that we believe it would bring now that the number of cars is raising in the game. But yeah.
Yeah, so
that's why we don't want to raise top RQ, because that's a pretty big change to the whole progression system of the game. And so take it step by step.
Yeah, but stay tuned for some info on that, perhaps. It's a strong possibility, like we said. Cool, okay, so thank you as well, Juva, for that. That's a CF pack for you. And those were our top 5 questions, so congrats to our winners. I have also picked out some more, which we'll show off later. We got an interesting. Many have reported seeing a Top Drives Rally beta button, but not being able to click it. Can you give us any more info on that? No.
What do you think, Ben?
I think we should not say anything.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Well, we did announce that we're doing a lot of A/B tests, and that you will see reports of some features that not everyone has access to. This is one of them, and we did report A/B testing new mini games within the game, and so maybe this is what it is. We'll see. But we don't really share information about it because it is an A/B test, and if it doesn't bring the benefits that we believe would bring in terms of fun and the experience for players, we won't progress it further. That's why, it's still a bit under wraps.
A/B tests, we call them tests for a reason. We don't want to get everybody really excited about something that potentially we may not end up using for all players.
But I am curious, is the name cool?
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'm curious
it's a cool
to see
name.
what people think.
Yeah. I think it definitely piqued some interest, because when people didn't see that, people were like, what is this? It's amazing. I think it's got a nice little logo in there as well, if I'm thinking about this, the way people have seen it. But yeah, cool. All right. I think we should move on now to the question that we asked players, which was, what is the weirdest car you've ever spotted? And
we did get some weird ones.
We got some very weird ones. And some that I would say were cool rather than weird, but I guess it's a matter of opinion. So anyway, we each picked one from the Discord server here. Actually, me and Maria sort of picked the same one.
Yeah.
Because, well, you'll see. We're going to show it off now. So this was mine/Maria's pick, which was the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Hold on, I can see if I can make this a little bigger
I
here.
love this car.
This is so great. And this one comes from K. Cray, and he says, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, they drive all over the US marketing events. Just so happened that it showed up in my grocery store. I think this thing is great.
How can you not love it as a weird car? It's a hot dog. It's a car. Where are the sensors when it backs up? Because the end of the car is actually the wiener. So do you not need a sensor because you're not going to back up into some? I don't know.
It looks like a nightmare to drive.
Yeah.
I think these people must be the best drivers on the planet who have driving these Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles around. I want to know what car is in there. Like, who built this? What manufacturer? Can we get it in Top Drives?
No, I don't know. I mean, it would be a new kind of category, cars that look like food. I'm sure there's got to be more food-based cars out there.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
We got to find them.
It is very cool, though. It is definitely weird, though.
Yeah, it's extremely weird.
It's a car that looks like a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, that one's great. So congratulations.
I wonder if people put ketchup on it or something. I don't know.
I just want to know if the person who drives it takes it home at night, parks it on their driveway.
That would be so great.
Like, just pull up and go, oh, look.
I think it would get stolen.
Back.
Nice.
I want to know. But yeah, that's one of our. Someone said, I knew you'd get something, K. Cray.
We do often choose K. Cray's questions. They're good.
But this just fit the bill, to be honest. Some weirdest cars you've ever seen. So fair enough. All right, I think the next one is Ben's pick. So we'll have a look at this, and Ben can talk a little bit about it, I guess.
So, Honda City Cabriolet. I mean, I think this is quite cool, but also it's quite weird.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese city car, 67 horsepower. Not fast, obviously. But the really cool thing about it is it was designed by Pininfarina. I'm not really sure. Maybe this was 5 o'clock on a Friday, possibly. But you also you can option a small motorcycle or kind of like scooter that folds up and goes in the boot.
And
So
the
when you're
colour
driving-
matches the car too, based on the pictures that I've seen.
But if you're driving a car, why do you need a little motorcycle?
Because in Japan, cities are quite congested, so from what I read. So you could park your city cabriolet somewhere on the outskirts, pull the scooter out the boot, unfold it, ride around the town centre all day, ride back and go home.
There you go.
Wow.
So, and super rare and super cool, I think.
How much does it cost?
I did find one today that was $34,000 US.
For that car?
You better get the bike with it. That's what I said.
And that did include the bike.
Okay.
So, I believe the bike was called the Moto Compo, which is quite a cool name for anything really.
Yeah, but a bike specifically, I think it works.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
someone
that's cool.
owns one.
Yeah. Well, that was from HF. HF, if you know if that person had the scooter with it, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. But either way, you've won a CF pack from us. So there you go.
Well done.
Cool.
Great choice.
All right.
You're complimenting yourself.
Yeah, you picked it.
Like, great choice.
It is a great choice of car. It's like,
But they picked a good car to submit as a weird car, is what you're saying.
Japan, it's full of weird cars, and they chose this of all the weird cars they could find. And I'm like, I commend that.
Nice.
So,
Great. I'm glad.
I want to show my car.
All right. Okay. We'll show the one.
I'm so excited.
This is the one. Well, Maria picked two. I'd also picked the Wienermobile, so we went for this one for Maria, which is.
It's a
It's
dragon.
Toyota Hiace.
yeah,
Yeah.
spot on.
Turned into a dragon. I like the color. I like the fins coming off of it there.
I just want to know this person. They see a car and they say, I want to make it into a dragon. And they make it into a dragon and it looks cute. It has a great green color that I would associate to a cute dragon. Yeah, it's everything I ever wanted a car to be.
It looks very cool. It kind of reminds me of the ship in Futurama?
Yeah.
The Planet Express ship. It's like the same color.
Yeah.
My only question is, does it actually rise? Because it looks very close to the floor.
Yeah.
I suspect it's on air suspension, so it rises up and then gets driven.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's just like a dragon taking off. So that's cool.
It's like spoken like a true car manager.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'd hope. Otherwise, it's still going to be there wherever that photo was taken because it's not going very far.
I want to know the story behind this. The Ronettes, are you watching this live stream? Are you here?
Tell us about this dragon.
Where did you see this car? I want to know everything about it.
I just want to point out, by the way, amazingly, I've got an answer for what my Wienermobile is made out of. So they said for the Wienermobiles, one's built in 2004, were built off an Isuzu Elf chassis.
Wow.
I mean, is that true, Ben? I feel like you would know if anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It seems to be quite a big chassis.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. Airbag suspension.
Yep.
Nice.
There you go. Oh, Seashells, are you the Ronettes? Or are you just guessing? But that one's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. And we did have a couple of honourable mentions. Oh yeah, so the Ronettes, you've won a CF pack, well done. There was tons and tons and tons of great stuff in this thread, so I feel like we couldn't just leave it. So we've got a couple that I've just chucked in here that we can have a look at briefly, and maybe some of you guys, maybe these are the ones that you submitted. So we'll have a look. So this one's from Turkey, I think. A Corvette CS awfully converted into a Pagani Zonda.
Yeah, it's not a Pagani, is it? Just gonna say.
It's just not.
I mean, it would trick me. I looked at it. I was like, cool car.
I mean, you've ruined a Corvette to make that.
Is a Corvette a good car?
It's a
Corvette's
good car.
kind of cool.
If you like ditches.
Wait, what?
Because they spin off and end up in a ditch.
Oh,
my.
no.
So,
Yeah, I love ditches.
Great.
I do on my
should
weekends.
have said crashing into ditches, not just
Just
hanging
ditches
out
and
ditches.
in general. Cool. All right, let's keep going. What else have we got here? Oh, this is the one that me and Ben were talking about earlier, actually. So from Mr. Breadcrumb, these new tiny electric cars are apparently popping up in the Bay Area. Saw a couple while I was here. So I think this is a one-seater, three-wheel car. Did you remember the manufacturer? I can't remember.
Electromechanica, that's it. And it's called the Solo. Because
you can only
it's-
fit one person in
if
it.
you don't want to take for energy, this is the car you buy. Because it has one seat.
Yeah.
So I believe it has 100 miles of range, actually, which is quite a lot for a car in the city.
It's not bad.
And it's like, I don't know, $18,000 or something?
It's an interesting
that's a
three.
good price.
Yeah, interesting three-wheeler as well. It's like a reverse Reliant
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like half motorcycle with a roof
Mm.
and then the front half of a car. So, yeah. I mean, it seems like a perfectly reasonable way to not walk around the city.
To not sit in a car with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sit in the car on your own.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I just want to shout out the display name, Mr. Breadcrumb. That is such a good name.
That's a great name.
I kind of want to steal that for my Destiny name. Be like Miss Breadcrumb.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, you did get the couch.
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, you're
I had
such a
to.
classic.
I saw Ed China's sofa car driving through Frinley Green High Street whilst on my way to work. Craziest car I've ever seen, and a top build by Ed. Yeah, that is nuts. I dare I even call it a car? I guess it's got a number plate,
Yeah.
so we have to. That
Yeah.
means the DVLA registered it, right? So
I believe so, yeah. I mean, it's very weird. It's like, I like to sit down, but I also want to get places. What should I build? I'll build a sofa car.
I think you sit down in most cars, but yes, it's more comfortable than most, I would imagine.
I don't want to leave my sofa then, in that case.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have to wear a helmet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I suspect it'd be a bit windy.
Yeah,
Drive.
a little bit.
But
Depending on
then
how
you're
fast it
under-
goes.
You're under a little duvet, a little.
I think
A
that
little
might be
blanket.
gone when you reach like 60 miles an hour.
True.
I think it might be on the road somewhere.
Max speed 15 miles an hour.
I'm assuming that
so-
everything on the front is glued down as well, like the flowers. So the flowers there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would hope so.
It has headlights. Yeah, it has headlights and number plates. So, yeah,
I don't know. I feel like you can't argue with that.
very weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one too.
Does this one count? Although it's not a car, it's a Kalani truck based on a Mercedes Actros. Yeah, interesting.
When I first saw this, I didn't read what the person wrote, and I thought, is it a car that unfolds? Like,
Like a
a
transformer.
folding bike, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Transformers.
It does look like it could be that. It's just a very bizarre, bright-looking truck, I guess.
There's a lot to take in. It's kind of like a spaceship pod
Mm.
sitting on top of it. It just needs wings and thrusters at the back or something.
Yeah.
Very weird looking though.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else we got? Lancia Stratus concept car at Monza. I thought this one looked really cool, to be honest. Yeah, that is. I mean, it is weird, but it's cool weird.
Why?
For sure.
Why is it cool?
Just the shape of it is so
Because it's a Lancia
strange.
Stratos,
Yeah.
which is
Cool.
basically automatically cool. Unreliable, but cool.
Mm.
I just like the kind of side windows where they're just angled so far up. I'm like, well, you'd never be able to see out the side of the thing.
Mm.
Wait, why did you throw shade of unreliable?
Because
What's
it's
the
a
story?
Lancia.
Oh, Lancias are unreliable.
Yeah, I think all the British ones rusted away.
Oh man,
So sadly,
that is unfortunate.
but
this
they are
one-
beautiful. They make
Mm.
stunning cars, and that is obviously no exception.
Yeah, that one's cool. All right.
Oh, someone else thought it was a Transformer.
Looks like a Transformer who died mid-transform. Yeah. A Batmobile. I saw one of these when I was in America, like the same sort of model as this one, based off. I think it's like the '60s Batman, right?
Yes, old
the
school
Adam,
Batman.
Adam West Batman.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original
The
Batman.
POW.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm pretty sure these ones are from Taz, by the way. I think I've cropped the name off, but thank you, Taz, for submitting those. I don't know if he was here last time. I'm not sure if he's here this time. But yeah, thought that was pretty cool and pretty weird as well. BMW Isetta.
Oh, it's so cute.
It is. It's like a little ladybug.
It's very weird, and if you look at the front, so the door opens outwards.
Mm.
Oh,
And then
that's why it
and
has
then the
those
steering wheel comes with
handles.
it as you open the door.
That is
So then you tuck
cool.
yourself in behind the steering wheel, and then your knees are right where the steering column is and the door.
Mm.
Hence, front end collision is not good.
Yeah.
But this car actually saved BMW because they were out of money when they made it, and they sold loads of these,
Really?
and they are the powerhouse they are today.
I'm surprised they sold so many of them. I
Yeah.
mean, not that I wouldn't buy one. I think they're pretty
I
cool, but.
It's very weird though. I mean, I think there was a four-wheeled version as well,
Mm.
which is slightly less weird. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a three-wheeler as well. That is strange.
I mean, essentially, it's a one-door car
Mm.
because you get in from the front. Weird.
But yeah, but thank you for that one.
Is it Reese posted a
Reese was the
Batmobile?
Stratos and the
Oh,
Batmobile.
got it.
I think Taz must have been one of the others. I can't remember.
Hi, Reese.
But yeah, the Batmobile was one of those car test days when you can drive cars for movies. So was that one of the actual ones they used? Because if it was, that's really cool. Let us know anyway. But what we got here next. Well, I might have to make these a little bigger. Okay. If I can. There we go. These are from HF as well. And they didn't tell us what they are, but I thought they looked odd.
The top one is a Mazda K360 pickup truck, or possibly the generation after it. And I can't tell what the bottom is. Looks like a Daihatsu. Both are cars I expect from Japan.
They look like something from a Studio Ghibli film.
Oh, I was trying to
Something
say
like that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want little Totoro in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, this tiny pickup truck is like really cool,
Yeah.
but it is slightly weird because again it has the bottom of the line kind of 3-wheeled layout.
Yeah. But yeah, those are great. Thank you very much for those, HF. I think this is the last one. Microlino. I think the theme here is I picked really small cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, people would pick really small
Micro.
cars. Oh, I didn't mean to drag the background away there. I was just trying to make the picture bigger. But yeah, that one's pretty interesting, I think. I quite like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Caleb likes small cars.
That's apparently, yeah, that's what we've gotten from this. Things that look like they'd be in a Studio Ghibli film, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, thank you to everyone who submitted some weird cars for us, and congratulations to our weirdest cars who have won a CF pack each. But we have got a couple of more Top Drives related questions here, so we'll go through those, and if we have some time, we'll take some questions from you guys as well. Oh, Reese is Taz. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Unless
Chan, chan, chan. Revelation.
I could have sworn last time you were here under the name Taz, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong. But yeah, all right. Other questions. So we've got a couple here that we'll take a look at. 2 questions, 2 and 1. I decided to go for both. QL, so quality of life thing. I think this is some events require 5 times cars, so 5 of the same car or same tag or whatever. Why not leave it marked when a player joins those kind of events? Also very important for clubs. It's annoying when you have to do it anyway, so it should be marked by default. I think it's a fair quality of life suggestion. I guess because it's kind of an edge case, right? Because I feel like you'd only really want it to auto sort in that situation. Yeah, multiple requirements in an event.
Well, we have to consider, I believe we have the current user flow, sorry, my terms of design. We have the current flow because sometimes with criteria, you might have no cars that match the criteria, and we don't want the player to like land on a garage screen that has 0 cars. And so you have to select them, and then by selecting them, you sort of understand, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. If we were to implement this auto filter based on the criteria behavior, we'd have to figure out a way to solve for that. Yeah, I think that's why it's probably not a high priority quality of life, but I do completely understand that it can be annoying.
And then we've got, so I guess we kind of already touched on this actually, but sometimes a car change can affect the best tune for a car. Is it possible to give players the option to retune it with tokens? Like the Bentley Bentayga, I think I pronounced that right, used to be a great 332 car, but after some changes, 323 seems better. Well, we touched on retuning earlier, but I guess
I assume this is the tokens, because currently we only reset the upgrades and give out tokens when the cars change rarity.
Yeah.
But I saw a question in the chat, I've seen questions in the community about why don't we do it when a car's performance changes significantly.
Yeah.
Not only because a tune might be, another tune might be better for it, but also because maybe it's not worth having it tuned, because it's not as good now in the overall scheme of things. So we did take this feedback internally. Before we do the next car rarity change, it is a tool that we can apply, so we are thinking about it. And the tech is there if we did want to do it.
Yep. Cool. So there you have it. Yeah, let's see what we got next. That was from Balabs, by the way. Thank you. Anthony asks, I'm sure it was asked, but why do you have no test server yet? Some problems could be fixed launching the update. I'm assuming you mean like we
A beta?
Yeah, or something like that. I
Because
mean,
we do have a test server.
yes, but like for internal use, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess you mean like a public sort of like beta or beta test, which I guess could be interesting. Is it something we've considered
Yeah,
before?
it is something that we've discussed about. So, in terms of having a beta like server with Apple, it's harder to do that with Google Play. Maintaining, so not only the cost of hosting an additional server, it is very expensive, but also maintaining it because we have to copy over the data and keep the data clean so that it matches the production. And even internally, we've been signed out.
Who has signed me out?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry, brief technical issues here, but you can continue to speak while I sort this out.
Yeah, so there are high costs involved in taking that approach. It's not off the table. I do understand that having some kind of beta to test new features could be interesting, but for now, we can't justify the costs. And I think, in general, like we've really improved the number of bugs that get released in a release.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully the need for this is also being felt less by you.
Yeah, that sounds right. And I guess in like some ways, also with the A/B test that we've talked about, we are testing some features with like a portion of the player base,
Yeah.
and then taking that feedback into account before deciding to roll them out. I know it's not quite what you asked in terms of like before an update comes out, for example, but we're thinking of ways to go about.
Yeah, and
that,
for example,
right.
the minimum races per event price tier, we started out with a test event and we discovered that draws were not counting and we fixed that, and we're also doing some fixes in terms of the analytics. So we're taking more of a approach of rolling out new features slowly than rolling it out to everyone at once because we can discover some bugs beforehand.
Cool. All right. What else have we got? From Road Chewer, how do you get physics information for your cars? Is there some sort of model that gets applied to each car? I guess, I mean, top speed and stuff like that we take from, as Ben has mentioned quite a few times before, like the most accurate source we can find. And if we can find it from a manufacturer, we'll take it from the manufacturer, right?
Yeah, so usually performance data comes straight from manufacturers or is verified by them. Same with, say, stuff like drag and dimensions and weight. So all of that obviously would impact physics. And we run everything by them in terms of tyre choices. So, you know, so the car should perform as realistically as it would in the real world. That's the idea. I mean, we do have obviously there's different setups for each car in terms of, you know, have various sets of brakes in terms of ability and stuff. So, yeah, I guess you could say a different model gets applied to each model, depending on what it is.
Yeah, and something I love working on Top Drives is that looking at the whole spreadsheet of physics and how each aspect of physics, of weather, the terrain, is just so complex. And, well, with all of these stats and the data that Ben puts together, then the car goes through the physics model. That's why you'll hear also a lot of talk about the resolver and calculating times. Yeah, it's really cool. I had to dive into it a bit to do something, and it was mind-blowing.
Definitely interesting, yeah. Guys, there is a wrong picture for the Suzuki Swift Sport 2005. I think you can submit that on topdrives.club.
Yeah, does it mean 2006?
If that's the one you're thinking of, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're always looking out for images like that, and when we can, we've done one batch of replacement images thus far.
Please continue to report them, and we will fix them.
Yes, head over
as soon
to
as we can.
topdrives.club. There is a place there that you can report them.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just seeing what else we got in the comments here. Any thoughts about changing away from Discord? I don't want to download another app. So I guess this is due to the fact that we recently took KT Play out of the Android version of the game, and it's still in there for iOS players at the moment. I think at the moment, Discord fulfills a lot of our sort of community needs. That doesn't mean that we're going to be set on it forever. We'll always do what's going to be best for everybody. But for the time being, come hang out with us on Discord. It's fun. I know it's an extra app, but it's definitely, I think, the best place to sort of get into contact with us, get help in the game, find out the latest things that are going on. But yeah, I mean, we'll see, I suppose. Let's have a look at these other questions we've got here. Mr. Breadcrumb again. Wow.
Mr. Breadcrumb!
He's back. I personally enjoyed the original format of the World Expo Collection / campaign, and I do prefer it to the current system. The new World Expos, I'm assuming you're talking about the Expo passes here, I feel like a rush to get through, barely giving any time to build up a collection, and also delivering much less of a sense of accomplishment. Completing even one of the tougher campaigns in the original World Expo felt much better than grinding through weekly and daily collections that don't have any real challenge and only grant some Expo XP. Are you able to explain the reasoning for changing the Expo format? So I guess you mean because the first season...
The first one was PL15,
yes,
which was the World Expo, and so it was a really big card drop, and that's why we did the campaign. It was more than like the... How do we describe it? I forgot the name now. But it was more than collecting XP and gaining rewards. It's like a campaign to use all of your cards. And then as we did the road trip releases, it became less about the campaign, and we wanted to do more about the rewards, if that makes sense. And so we didn't go back and do the campaign because we have a lot of content we want to bring to the game. So the more time spent on designing a really interesting campaign for each car release, because we really increased the rate at which we released this new content. And so, the content in terms of the cars. And so if we wanted to keep building this lengthy campaign for each release, or take time from being able to do other things like the collection series that you've been experiencing more often and other cool challenges. So it was a prioritization decision. We do take quite a lot of feedback about the expo. I know that I've seen a lot of internal documentation that's about what players have said about the different designs. So we are listening. Keep sharing your thoughts and feedback through Discord, because we do read it. Like, I read almost every single comment that's made on Discord. So we're keeping an eye on it. You as well, Caleb.
Yes. That's, basically what Maria said. We also have a game suggestions forum on Discord, where you can go and drop any specific suggestions that you have. I look through those every week and feed those back to the team as well. So we're always listening, and if you've got something there that you feel really strongly about and you want to be heard, drop it in there and discuss with the others, and I'll pass it on. Cool.
And you do pass it on.
I do.
Yeah. Every week we get a list of the most voted and engaged.
So somebody went in there the other week and was like, "Do you guys even read this?" And I just replied, I was like, "Yes, I'm reading it right now."
I read every single suggestion, and you send them to us. Cool.
So yeah, keep giving us those suggestions. I think we've got one more question here, and then we might have some time to take some from the chat as well. Merc Guy 101. Any plans on adding more non-Japanese Asian branded cars from Korea or Southeast Asia, like Hyundai, Kia, and Proton?
That's a me question, isn't it?
We all looked at it.
So, all three are obviously great brands. Done some great cars. I mean, who doesn't love a Proton? I particularly really like Protons. I do, honestly. We're always trying to bring the best brands to the game. So, stick with us. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. There you go. I think, again, we're always trying to be the most prolific on top drives. Yeah. So, I mean, everything comes down to licensing, but I don't think there'd really be any car brands we wouldn't want to put in if we could.
No, I think even Proton have got, I believe they did some really cool rally cars, and they did a couple of hatchbacks with Lotus. Yeah. Unbelievably. I mean, of all the kind of mashups to have in the world. And as for Kia, Hyundai and Kia, I mean, they're producing some really cool hot hatches and EVs and stuff. So,
nice.
Definitely all three are very cool.
Cool. This sounds like a Maria question. I feel like you might know this. I appreciate I'm late to the party with the questions. Do you know how large your player base is? I'd love to know, just out of curiosity.
Oh, I actually don't know what I can share about this question.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
What type of measurement were you supposed to use?
Well, I don't know how public we are about this. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe.
We are a large game. We're not as large as if you go to the top 10 games in the mobile app store. We're not as large as like Clash of Clans, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's quite... I look at a lot of games in the market, and I would say Top Drives has a really rich community of daily players. So it's good. And I think you can see that as well through Discord.
Yes.
The number of messages. I think like the number of... You looked at the number of messages that get shared on a daily basis, and it's just...
Yeah, there is a lot.
Incredibly high number.
And I think we've got like 17,000 members in our Discord now. I think it might even be more than that. So yeah, we're there's a lot of people.
Wait.
More reason to come join us.
I can drop 17,000 people on Discord.
Yes.
Okay, we're more than 3 multiples of that. We're many more.
More
multiples than 3 multiples of this number.
All right, interesting. That's a good way to put it. All right, so it's more than 17,000 people play Top Drives.
More than 3 times 17,000 with more multiples on that. But I won't say many more. I won't say more of a specific number than 3.
Seb Fry, you asked this, and I wasn't sure if it was public information. No worries if not. No, that was a fun exercise in answering the question. And
then vague mathematics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. What else have we got here? You said last stream if I answered the question, I'd get a free CF, but I don't think I got it. If we picked your answer, I'm not sure. I can't tell by your username if it was somebody from last time. If you didn't, I'm really sorry about that. Send me a message on Discord and I'll get it sorted.
There's a question about the mid-range acceleration model. So, like I was saying about the really complex physics system that we have, and then we run the cars through to calculate it, their performance in game. So we have discussed internally a potential quality of life of adding an MRA stats to the cars, but there was lack of alignment on what MRA can even be described as, because mid-range acceleration can be, I don't know, 60 to 100, 100 to 150, and yeah,
that
we have to start.
Vague, I suppose.
Yeah, we have to start from somewhere, and it's not. I'm not sure with our physics if we could give like a realistic stat like we do with the work that Ben does with 0 to 60 acceleration. So it's all about authenticity. I think that's been holding us back to actually make it visible. And I think also then it's about the mastery of the game and what it means to be a veteran in Top Drives, where you can figure out and calculate and understand, oh yeah, this car, even though it shows a really high top speed and a good 0 to 60, actually another car outperforms it, even though the stats on the car, you assume, nah, it won't. And sometimes it's all because of the mid-range acceleration. And so, yeah, we don't want to take away the mastery of the game by making everything into a stat.
I think there have to be sort of like hidden sort of values in games like this for exactly what you were talking about, the mastery. Otherwise, it does sort of just become a spreadsheet thing. Where you're just like, okay, I can see absolutely everything about everything in this game. And then, you can just, if you wanted to, learn it all off by heart, I guess. But yeah.
What is our relationship with Evo? Some players have asked. That's something you can talk about.
Not sure, but
use vague mathematics.
They are obviously they appear on the start of the game.
Yeah.
And they are a partner of Top Drives. As in we work with them on many things. Things.
Some vaguest answer.
Yeah. So
they
but we're
help us
pleased
out
to have
with
them on board.
Yeah.
So they help. I don't know what I'm allowed to say or what I'm not allowed to say.
Okay,
so
then
we work with them.
Yeah.
We work with
I'm not going to say what I'm going to say.
And
then.
obviously they put their branding on Top Drives, so which means it's great.
We work closely with them because they're on our splash screen.
Yeah.
Cool. Next question.
Right. Will you add more GMC trucks to the game? I'm tired of Ford being in the spotlight for being the best off-road trucks.
I thought Ford did make the best off-road trucks.
Oh, spicy.
No, I mean, I've never driven a GMC, but I do hear good things. But obviously GMC don't make that many trucks. They kind of make variations of the same truck. So, but again, as always, future updates, who knows? If GMC have got some really cool stuff going, then obviously we'll try and get it licensed and put it in the game.
That sounds good.
But obviously keep suggesting, if you've got a suggestion for a vehicle, GMC or otherwise, send it to us and we'll put it on our lists.
Yeah. Sue Funny asks, is it possible that I could put notes on the back of the car for personal use, like best city, medium, super rare? I really like this idea. This would be something I would like. I don't know if it's something we've considered before. But
it's on the quality of life list, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's very, very far down.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that we actually have some quality of life coming out in a near update.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to prioritize based on, I think our list has more than 500 entries, and so we have to prioritize the real highest one that will have the most impact. But I do get it, that would be useful.
Yeah.
Because then you have to have a spreadsheet outside of the game.
Yeah. Man.
We love
Right.
spreadsheets.
Do we? Do we love spreadsheets?
Do you not love spreadsheets, Caleb?
I think my enthusiasm is not quite as high as it is as yours is for spreadsheets.
Well, I think Ben has the highest enthusiasm.
Do you have?
This is why I wear glasses. I can't see properly anymore because of all the spreadsheets.
that you've been staring at.
Just
Yeah.
all my screens are just covered in spreadsheets.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I think it's about time to wind down. There is actually, I guess there's one more thing we have to say. There is one more thing we have to say.
Yeah.
It's a little. I mean, it's bittersweet. Do you want to be the one to say it? Or shall I say it?
Yeah. I'm actually leaving Hutch in mid-April. I've loved working with a team and Top Drives and with you and with Hutch. So I'm just moving due to a career change. It's controversial, but I'm into blockchain games and I want to work with them. And we're not planning on bringing blockchain to Top Drives. I saw you so Fanny suggesting that.
Yes.
I just wanted to. I know I've been on the live streams, and Caleb suggested that maybe I should.
I insisted. I said you have to.
I have to. Yes, I didn't. Want to talk about
I did
it.
give it a choice, but.
I used to actually work on RuneScape, and it has such an amazing community of players, and it was really back and forward. Like, you were working with a community, and when I left, I thought, I'm really going to miss that. And then, joining Top Drives and being able to work with you, the players of Top Drives, you're amazing. I love you. Like, it's great. I've read almost every single message on Discord since I joined.
Since the beginning of time.
Please continue making it great for new players and playing with each other. It's really lovely.
And thank you, Maria, for everything you've done for Top Drives as well.
you.
Because you've been here the entire time I've been here, which is like
playing,
a year now.
So I'll join the Discord under my secret name.
Yeah, you'll be around. Well, I think we'll be able to work it out somehow.
Maybe you'll involve a Raider Panda. Who knows?
No, I feel like it definitely will. But yes, so everyone, wish Maria the best on what comes next. And I guess we'll leave it there. Thanks everybody for tuning in once again. Like I said, we do these Q&A streams every month, so there will be another one next month. If you didn't submit a question this time, join us on Discord. There'll be a thread in advance of the next stream where you can ask questions. We also do other streams too. We've been doing a couple just hang out and chat ones. Every time we do a new update, we have new update live streams, so you can come along to those, check that out, find out what's coming out in the new update. That's pretty much it. So thank you all for joining.